Out here where the oak trees shadow old forgotten trails, I found her scarf, a fragment caught where the soft wind wails. The dusty road beneath my boots once rolled like rivers smooth, echoes with the hooves that danced under that pale moon's groove. On this timeless road rode through, where our whispers haunt the breeze. Every sunset bleeds a hue of the love that seeped through trees. Hear the whisper of the pines carrying songs of what we knew. All that's left are these signs on the timeless road rode through. The porch still stands though weary by that empty cabin side. I see her there, a ghostly smile where shadows now reside. Years have turned the vibrant to a quiet, subtle gray. What once was ours, the land has claimed with each dawn's breaking day. On this timeless road rode through, where our laughter now feels thin. The winds carry away the words that should have pulled her in. Beneath cold stars I'm riding past memories I held true. Love's echoes left in the dust on the timeless road rode through. Now the rains come whispering like she did in springtime's glow. Each drop a verse of songs we sang, now only I will know. The saddle's worn, the leather cracked like the heart within my chest. I ride alone, but in my mind her love's the journey's quest. On this timeless road rode through, where the past can never die. All the dreams we rode toward now, just shadows in my eye. Yet still I find her in the breeze, in the oak's enduring bough. Timeless road, you carry me through the then to the here and now. Timeless road, ride me through to where hearts can't help but roam. In the whispered wind I'm with her, though I'm faded far from home. Music fades, the credits roll, the sunset takes my view. Still my soul rides on and on, the timeless road rode through.
Out by the creek, under old oak shade, where our names are carved deep in the bark. Sunsets painted our dreams in amber and jade. In that wild land we sparked a light in the dark. The shadow haunts these empty cabins, whispers in the wind. Through broken panes, echoes of laughter, ghost of a scarf. The heart remembers, the soul retains. Those gravel roads knew our footsteps well, to a quiet porch where time did swell. But seasons turn, as did your gaze. Now I'm wading through these lonesome days. The shadow haunts these fading trails, dancing in the dust kicked up by my heels. Underneath the brim of my weathered hat lies the burdened eyes that can't look back. By the old corral, I pause and sigh, lone stallion against the vast cruel sky. Rain whispers secrets to the thirsty ground. In the symphony of sorrow, I am bound. Shadow haunts, yet I roam these parts with echoes of hooves and a shattered heart, riding through the memories under stars so grand. A cowboy's shadow, forever damned. So here's to the wind, my only friend tonight. Carry these songs of a lost love's plight to the horizon where past and present blend. His shadow and mine till the very end.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wagon wheels roll, I left my heart in the dust with stories untold. The sun burned down on that old gravel road where your laughter echoed in the days of old. A wagon wheel echoes spinning round my mind, lost tales of love in the creases of time. The wind whispers softly through the empty plains, bringing tears mixed with the soft summer rains. Now the porch swings empty where we used to sit, and the sunset bleeds like my heart, bit by bit. Those trails we walk, now overgrown and wide, without your hand in mine, strolling side by side. A wagon wheel echoes spinning round my mind, lost tales of love in the creases of time. The wind whispers softly through the empty plains, bringing tears mixed with the soft summer rain. Scarf so blue, dancing with the ghost of you, as if you knew each star a memory, each breeze a sigh. This cowboy heart can't let go no matter how I try. Wagon wheel echoes in the silence of the night, each turn a reminder of you in the fading light. Here I wander beneath the vast endless skies, where love lost still lives and never dies. out where the oak trees whisper secrets of old, in a land where my heart's tales were never told, by the creek where we laughed under moon's soft glow. Your shadow dances on the water's murky flow. That old wooden porch, we'd sway slow in the breeze, now creaks neath my boot, alone with my pleas. Ghost shivered in the wind, love slipped through my fingers like sand in the desert, where your sweet scent lingers in the twilight. The sky's bleed shades of your eyes, echoing the sorrow that in my heart lies. Oh, ghost shivered through the sunsets, longing just grows on the gravel roads bend where the lonely wind blows. Years rolled like the thunder across these wide plains, since the rain washed away all but our love's remains. Your scarf in my pocket, a fragment so frail, on the trail we once walked, now just a faded trail. The cabin sits empty like the hollows of my soul, each corner filled with memories I can't control. Ghost shivered in the wind, love slipped through my fingers like sand in the desert, where your sweet scent lingers in the twilight. The skies bleed shades of your eyes, echoing the sorrow that in my heart lies. Oh, ghost shivered through the sunsets, longing just grows on the gravel roads bend where the lonely wind blows. So here's to the silence between each dust-kicked stride, to the stars that keep secrets of the tears that I've cried, as night drapes the prairie in a blanket so white. Your ghost finds me here in the shadows I hide. Ghost shivered in the wind, love slipped through my fingers like sand in the desert, now only your scent lingers beneath infinite skies, where old dreams come to die. I whisper your name with a lone heartfelt sigh. Oh, ghost shiver through the sunsets, here I'll abide on the gravel roads bend, forever you and I.
Under the shadow of an old oak tree, I penned a letter, edges worn like an old saddle seam. The ink was mixed with the dust of the trail. Words faded like my voice on the wind of the veil. Paper held the scent of rain on dry earth, each word a whisper of what our love was worth. Echo that goodbye letter sank in the river's heart, drifted away under skies that tear old dreams apart. Sunset's fire burns cold in the lonely cowboy's night, where once love thrived, now only wildlife. The porch still creaks with memories of our laughter, and gravel roads keep the trace of our chapters, but the cabin stands empty, a shell of yesterday, where echoes of your footsteps slowly decay. The scarf you left behind flutters in the breeze, a flag of surrender to the siege of memories. Oh, that goodbye letter sank in the river's heart, drifted away under skies that tear old dreams apart. Sunset's fire burns cold in the lonely cowboy's night, where once love thrives, now only twilight. In the silence of the plains, I feel your absence near, each star a tear in the fabric of the atmosphere. The trails grow over, the wildflowers bow their heads, nature's soft laments for the love that treads. So that goodbye letter sank, and with it my resolve, in the endless river flow where our sweet past dissolves. I ride under the fading light with a heart that can't forget. A cowboy wanders on in the twilight of regret.
Out where the oak tree marks our names, carved deep in bark, a heart aflame. Beneath its boughs we swore in vain, in wild lands where the wind speaks in whispers, that old porch where your laughter rang, a melody midst the rustling plains, now just a shadow under moon's wane, where a cracked frame lingers. Those days are dust, your scarf's undone, fading trails where we once run. Sunset paints the skies you won, but I'm just a shadow fading deeper. Oh, ghosts walk these empty roads through whispered pines and forgotten oaks. In the silence of this heavy load, my heart keeps calling to the keeper. Cabin stands on the ridge alone, its windows dark, its warmth unknown. Gravel roads reclaimed by thorn, echoes of our footsteps, now just echoes. That saddle hangs unweathered still, untouched by time against my will. Each dusk I trace the lonely hill, where memories like rivers softly flow. Those days are dust, your scarf's undone, fading trails where we once run. Sunset paints the skies you won, but I'm just a shadow fading deeper. Oh, ghosts walk these empty roads through whispered pines and forgotten oaks. In the silence of this heavy load, my heart keeps calling to the keeper. And so I ride beneath the stars, guided by the night's soft scars, learning that a love like life is sparred by time's ungentle, cruel hands. Those days are dust, your scarf's undone, each sunset lost, each day is won. in this life where I must roam. I carry your love, my eternal home. The cracked frame lingers, but it's clear. In every whisper I feel you near. A cowboy's heart, lone but sincere, holding to memories I write on alone. My heart keeps calling to the keeper. In the dawn's gray whisper, cold morning flew with her hair like wildfire and eyes so true. We sit by the creek where the old oak grew. Life was a dream in the misty dew. Oh, cold morning, why'd you ride away with my heart in your saddlebag each passing day? The trails grow cold as the skies turn gray, and I'm just a shadow on the old byway. The cabin stands empty on Whispering Pine, where we carved our names in the soft sweet rhyme. But the wind sings lonesome across the divide, since you took the sunset, left me behind. Oh, cold morning, why'd you ride away with my heart in your saddlebag each passing day? The trails grow cold as the skies turn gray, and I'm just a shadow on the old byway. I've wandered the valleys and I've climbed the peaks, worn my boots through the dust of 1,000 streets, but no road I travel could ever compete with a memory of you so wild and sweet. Oh, cold morning, why'd you ride away with my heart in your saddlebag each passing day? The trails grow cold as the skies turn gray, and I'm whispering love to the winds that stray. So here's to the love that rides with the dawn, to the heart that keeps traveling long after it's gone. Cold morning, in my song you live on, in the echoes of old porches till the stars are withdrawn. There's an old oak by the river bend where we carved our names in younger skins. Her laughter hung on summer's end, and that scarf she wore danced in the wind. A dusty trail, a sunset glow, her shadow long in the world below. Silent whispers in the twilight's haze, each memory now a scarf that fades. Oh, how the wind those empty roads, carrying cries of what we used to hold. Beneath the stars where wild horses roam, her scarf in the wind, now I ride alone. Years went by, the river's song turned sad. Those oak tree leaves found the ground unclad. Her scarf lost color, it frayed at the seams, left in the porch swing in my silent dreams. The cabin's empty, the gravel untrod, echoes of footsteps, now just a facade. Where we once danced, now only I tread, with the ghost of the love that we had bred. Oh, how the winds talk down those empty roads, carrying cries of what we used to hold. Beneath the stars where wild horses roam, her scarf in the wind, now I ride alone. And in the dust of this lonely path, I see the traces of our shared past. But each day the sunset bleeds into night, I learn to live with this fading light. So let the winds talk and let them tell our tale, as I wander beneath the moon pale. Though her scarf fades, these memories won't. Across the wild lands I roam, her scarf in the wind, and I ride alone. Every sunset, a whisper of her laughter. Every trail's end, a chapter. And still the scar fades, but never quite disappears. Just like her. In the shadow of the mesa, the oak tree used to stand. I found her scarf, a faded red, buried by the sand, where we carved our names in bark, now worn so feebly etched. There's a silence through the canyon, like a heart when love is left. Oh, the thorn stood still on that dusty hill, under skies of fire we swore forever. But flames turned to ash, and the floods washed the past. Now I roam these lands alone, never tethered. Once there was laughter in the breeze, warmth within the cold. An old porch harbored secrets that young lovers boldly told. But the cabin stands empty, the door swings with no cause. Gravel roads once our future, now just trace our past applause. Oh, the thorn stood still on that barren hill. Through the rain they watched my leaving, her eyes like the storm, and her spirit the warmth. In the whispers of the wind I hear her grieving. I saddle up a sunset, bleeds into the night. Every star a memory, each trail a faded light. The land holds tight to lovers gone, like roots cling to the dirt. My soul is found in Rome, and yet my curse is this earth. Yes, the thorn stood still while my restless will keeps me wandering through these quiet towns. With each setting sun, I come undone in the wild lands where my heart was found. Oh, the thorn stood still, and I guess they always will. As the sunset fades, so too does her sound. Out where the oak trees shadow dusty roads, under the big sky where the lonesome wind blows, there where the sunset paints gold on your hair, memories dance in the quiet air. But the storm left behind ain't just clouds in the sky. It's the echo of your footsteps, it's the whisper of goodbye. Now each raindrop's a tear from the eyes of the past, and the thunder, a heart that broke too fast. Now the cabin sits empty where laughter once rang, only shadows on porches where we once sang. That old rugged saddle, untouched by the trail, like my heart rides no more since you set sail. Yes, the storm left behind ain't just clouds in the sky. It's the echo of your footsteps, it's the whisper of goodbye. Now each raindrop's a memory that won't dry away, and the thunder, a love that couldn't stay. Underneath the stars, I'm a whisper in the plains, a silhouette fading in the twilight remains. The scarf you once wore now frays at the ends, like the trails we once rode that no longer bend. And the storm left behind still roars deep inside, where your laughter once lived and my silence now hides. So I'll ride these empty trails beneath skies wide and high, with the storm you left behind and this cowboy's lonesome sigh. In the quiet town of Rye, where the oak trees touch the sky, I met you wild in spring's embrace, beneath that endless dome. Your laughter mixed with wind on the porch where we'd spin tales of dreams woven in the golden loom, where our hearts called home. Rye bleeds under the setting sun, colors fade on what we've done. The scarf you left still smells of rain and days now long gone by. My heart rides gravel roads alone, past cabins in empty love unthrown. Whispers haunt the prairie winds where your shadow lies. Those trails grew over once we roamed, with every sunset further thrown. Your eyes like dusk stole away, with secrets unconfessed. The saddle empty by the door, dusty boots don't tread no more on floorboards that still creak beneath the weight of my unrest. Rye bleeds under the setting sun, colors fade on what we've done. The scarf you left still smells of rain and days now long gone by. My heart rides gravel roads alone, past cabins empty, love unthrown. Whispers haunt the prairie winds where your shadow lies. Now under stars that we once named, the oaks still stand but bear the shame. A silent witnesses to the cost of loving wild and free. In every grain of rye that weeps, in dreams disturbed from peaceful sleep, I find the ghost of you entwined in every part of me. Rye bleeds under the setting sun, colors mourn what we've become. The scarf you left now threadbare gray, a symbol of our past. My heart rides gravel roads alone, past memories to which I'm prone. Whispers turn to silence in the echo of your laugh. So here's to Rye, where love once bloomed, in the shadow of an empty room, where dust now settles soft and sad like snow upon the moors. Rye bleeds and so do I, under vast unyielding skies, forever bound to roam a land that's yours and yours alone. In the shade of an ancient oak, by the river band's embrace, I first saw her wildflower eyes at the dawn of our golden days. Her laughter danced with the river's flow under skies so vast and brave. In that old town where the roots dug deep, we swore our hearts to save. But the river band fades like her whispers across the plains. My wandering soul wrapped in her scarf, the color of autumn rain. Each sunset spills secrets soul on gravel roads, memories wait. Oh, the river band fades. Oh, the river band fades. The years rolled like storm clouds through, the oaks now stand alone. Our cabin's hearth, once warm with dreams, lies silent, stark and bone. Where once her delicate touch had bloomed, now only shadows cast. And the paths we walked are overgrown as this morning our love's past. Yes, the river band fades like her whispers across the plains. My tired heart clings to a saddle worn in the grip of winter's chains. No more her laughter echoes, just the wind's soft serenade. Oh, the river band fades. Yes, the river band fades. Under the crescent moon's watchful eye, I confess to the stars above, the hardest trails I've come to ride are those away from a lost love. But every nightfall leads me back to where old memories reside. at the river bend where I let her go and where part of me has died. So the river bed fades in the dusk of my heart's deep sighs, carrying dreams on the dust-strewn trails under endless open skies. Let her name be whispered by the creek where the willows weep and swayed. For as long as the river bend fades, my love will never fade. Oh, the river bend fades, forever the river bend fades.
Out where the oak tree marks our story start, under the shade where you first stole my heart, the whispering leaves, a choir of our past, still sing your name as shadows they cast. There by the creek where the wild horses roam, that old wooden porch we once called it home. Memory lingers like dust on the trail, the sun sets but some tales never pale. Your scarf in the wind, a dance lost in time, every sunset burns your absence a crime. These gravel roads, they know my weary stride, haunted by the love I can't set aside. Now the cabin stands hollow and worn, windows like eyes shattered and torn. The laughter that filled up the dusky eve's air fades into silence, there's nobody there. Rain taps the roof in a slow rhythmic cry, as I wonder about the how, the when, and the why. Memory lingers like dust on the trail, the sun sets but some tales never pale. Your scarf in the wind, a dance lost in time, every sunset burns your absence a crime. These gravel roads, they know my weary stride, haunted by the love I can't set aside. Could these rolling hills whisper your name? Would the river's course ever be the same? With each lone star that lights the night's dawn, I roam this earth forever to roam. So memory lingers like the scent of the rain on the saddle, the leather where once was your reign. A cowboy alone by fate's harsh decree, under vast starlit skies you're still with me. Yes, memory lingers and I reckon it will, till the trails end and the heart lies still. By the whispering poplar grove, where the sun paints gold on the dust below. I met her wild soul, in shadows it roamed. By the shattered glass where that old door closed, her laugh was a melody soft and close, echoing across the valley where the lone wind blows. Shattered glass, door slammed shut, echoes of her footsteps in my heart, they cut every creak of the wood, a reminder of us. Now it's just the oak tree and that old red rust. left still smells like rain. Hangs on the hook, just ain't the same. That gravel road whispers, she ain't coming back. Where we used to walk, now just my lone tracks. Time's cruel hands tore away our dreams, left me with the silence and the creek's soft screams. Shattered glass, the door slammed shut, echoes of her footsteps in my heart, they cut every creak of the wood, a reminder of us. Now it's just the oak tree and that old red rust. Underneath the starlit cloak, the night sky knows all the secrets whispered where the cold wind blows. If love's wild land is where we used to roam, why do these empty rooms feel more like home? Shattered glass, the door still there, faded paths in this old wooden chair. If memories are all that the heart can trust, I'll walk these silent halls through the dust and gust till time shuts the door on this heart so torn. In the cabin by the poplars where love was born and worn. The strings fade out like the last rays of a setting sun, and the silence that fills the air has more to say than words ever could. The cowboy turns hat in hand, walking slowly back to the life that calls beyond the hills. Where the oak trees shadow the old gravel path, I found her scarf, the color of sunsets on a raft. By the wagon wheel where the cabins lay silent and stern, our love was a wildfire, reckless, too wild to learn. Each creaking porch, each whispered wind held her laughter. In the hollows of my heart, echoes of what I sought after. Oh, how the wagon wheel burned smoke on the breeze, each flame a memory fading like her whispers through the trees. The dust kicks up where her boots left a mark. Now I roam alone with shadows stretching into the dark. The days turned cold as her warmth drifted away, leaving me with old saddles and skies turned to gray. We promised forever by the light of a wandering star. Now I'm tracing faded trails, chasing a whisper from afar. The rain falls on empty streets where we once danced, lost in the echoes of the future we never chanced. Oh, how the wagon wheel burns smoke on the breeze, each flame a memory fading like her whispers through the trees. The dust kicks up where her boots left a mark. Now I roam alone with shadows stretching into the dark.
Under the boughs of ancient oak I lay my dreams to rest. Scars of our past, deep as the canyon's crest. Learning to forgive the wind, for it whispers not her name. A lone heart wanders onward through the undying flame. Oh, how the wagon wheel burns a pyre to the past. Each spark a piece of what's lost, too beautiful to last. The dust settles down where her laughter filled the air. I'm a shadow in the twilight, bound to what's no longer there. Oh, how I roam with the wheel still burning bright. A cowboy lost in memories, singing to the night.
In the shadow of the oak trees' ancient arms, where the wildflowers whisper to the dawn, I saw her last, where the river kissed the farm, her smile a fleeting summer's sweetest charm. But her eyes like dusk, chasing day, shut the door on our love, turned my sky to gray. Her eyes shut the door, left a silence in the wind, echoes of footsteps where our dreams had been. The porch lights faded, no more shadows cast. Her eyes shut the door on the future, on the past. The saddles gathered dust, the cabin's cold and bare. Gravel roads, wind lead me to nowhere. Each sunset bleeds into a lonesome hue. The trails we walked are fading, just like the truth. In the town where laughter danced in her voice, now stands a quiet, hollow, forgotten choice. Her eyes shut the door, left a silence in the wind, echoes of footsteps where our dreams had been. The porch lights faded, no more shadows cast. Her eyes shut the door on the future, on the past. Now the rain speaks soft on the old tin roof, a symphony for ghosts, a bitter truth. A scarf she left still smells like pine, a token of love lost, not left behind. Her eyes shut the door and the night steals in. I'm a shadow in the dust, I might have been, as the stars look down with indifferent light. Her eyes shut the door, but my heart holds tight. Her eyes shut the door, I'm lost yet roam. Her eyes shut the door on this heart, her home.
edge of the mesa, under the old oak shade, where we carved our names in the bark. A lifetime ago it seems. Those summers roll like thunder beneath skies white and gray, and your laughter mingled with the wind across the wild sage dreams. Now the wind left behind, it whispers through the grass, singing tales of what we lost as shadows in the dust. Each gust a gentle reminder of a love that couldn't last, on this lonesome trail where the sunset bleeds and hearts turn to rust. Years drifted by like leaves down a slow winding stream. Your scarf still hangs on the porch swing, faded and worn. The cabin stands empty, a relic of our vanished dream, where silence speaks in volumes, and I'm left here forlorn. Yes, the wind left behind, it whispers through the grass, singing tales of what we lost as shadows in the dust. Each gust a gentle reminder of a scarf you once cast, on this lonesome trail where the sunset bleeds and memories just rust in the quiet of the twilight, where the gravel road turns. I found solace in the sorrow, in the pain of learning to let go. But these lands hold your echo in the whispering ferns, and I wander ever searching for the peace the wind won't show. Still the wind left behind, it whispers through the grass as I walk these lonely roads under fading stars aloft. Maybe love's just a shadow in the dust meant not to last, but I'll carry you forever in the quiet winds I've crossed. As the last light fades and the trail grows cold and undefined, I'll keep listening for you in the wind left behind.
There's an old oak out by Riley's Creek, where we carved our names in the tender cheek of that ancient guard of whispered dreams, where the sunset's glow softly beams. Her scarf, it danced like a flame so wild on that dusty porch where she stood and smiled, and the wind had swept her laugh through the open plain like a sweet refrain when the wind called my name. Ooh, that wind did call my name through whispered pines and the pouring rain. Ooh, these hills hold her echo tight in the fading trails of the crimson light. Now the cabin's empty, the door swings free, with a creaking voice on a rusty hinge's plea. The gravel road wears a coat of dust, like my heart covered in rust. The saddle's worn where she once sat by me. Now it's just a shadow of a memory, as the twilight calls with a longing pain. Through the silence of the plains, the wind calls my name. Ooh, that wind, it calls my name, past the lonely scrub and the endless rain. Ooh, these roads run far and wide, but they can't carry back what time's denied. Underneath the starlit expanse I roam, every whisper and breeze feels like home. Yet every step I take, every lone star's gleam pulls me back to her, so it seems. Ooh, that wind forever calls my name, a haunting tune, a love I can't reclaim. Ooh, let her whispers in the breeze carry my heart where I can't seize. As the dust settles with the gentle flame, I'll keep wandering, but it's all the same. The wind, it calls and I remain bound to the echoes of her name.
There's an oak tree down by Harper's Creek. Saw it last with your scarf around my neck. Sun dipped low, the fire in your speak. Old porch creaked under footsteps, now a speck. And that empty bed sank where we once lay, under stars that now don't look the same. The wind whispers soft, your name it sank in the hollows where my heart remembers and breaks. Gravel roads where we roam wild and free turn to dust trails empty as the night. Your laughter faded into silent prairie, left my saddle and my soul just out of light. That empty bed sank where we once lay, in a cabin now just shadows and decay. Rain taps the roof like the touch we crave. It's a storm inside that never really fades. Oh, these rugged hands once held you close by the firelight's forgiving glow. Now I roam alone 'cause the river knows you can't plant roots in the lands that you just ghost. So that empty bed sank, and so did I, under weight of skies that we once called high. I'll ride in the dusk with your memory by my side, on some cowboy with the sunset as his bride. Yeah, that bed we made where love once spoke, now it's just a tale of dust and ghost. In the shadow of the oak where we once lay, the grass still whispers secrets of that day. Beneath the wide, unforgiving azure sky, a rusty porch swing creaks an old goodbye. Your scarf that danced a wild crimson weave, as silent as the wind watched me leave. The wind knows the weight of untold tales, carrying love lost in its lonesome gales, whistling through the hollows of this heart, where echoes of your laughter slowly part. I ride on under sunsets that deceive. Every mile the wind watched me leave. Now the trails blur where your laughter rang, gravel roads washed out after the rain. That cabin stands empty by the ridge, windows staring out like ghosts adrift, saddle worn from all the years I grieved. In the silence, the wind watched me leave. The wind knows the weight of untold tales, carrying love lost in its lonesome gaze, whistling through the hollows of this heart, where echoes of your laughter slowly part. Through the dust, your phantom I perceive. There in the dust, the wind watched me leave. By the flicker of the campfire's glow, I see your face in the fire's ebb and flow. A soul set free, yet chained to past regret. The wind soft sigh, a tune I can't forget. So I wander, let these old boots weave, passing lands where only spirits grieve. Each setting sun dips in gold to deceive, and in its dying light the wind watches me. Yes, forevermore the wind watched me leave. Oh, how silently the wind watched me grieve.